Rangers hand the Florida Panthers their first regulation loss of the season. Unfortunately, it's not. I'm very happy about it, but it's just another game where the Rangers didn't play really all that well, and they're able to get points. The Panthers were 10-0-1 coming in. They had one shootout loss to the Bruins. But other than that, were coming off a win against the Hurricanes, who at that point were undefeated. And so it's no small feat beating the Panthers, and every reason to be proud of that. But Shesterkin was again a really big story. The Panthers outshot the Rangers 45-18, and the Rangers 5-on-5 play leaves a whole lot to be desired. The Rangers 4 goals, none of them were 5-on-5. It was a power play goal, shorthanded, and then 2 4-on-4 goals. And the Rangers' ability to protect leads has become a major problem, where the Rangers had a 4-0 lead heading into the third, and even as much as a 4-1 lead with a minute and a half to go, and the Panthers almost tied it up. The Rangers hang on to win 4-3. So I'd be lying to you if I said everything was great, but the record looks good. It's 7-3-3. That's a pretty darn good record, and you'll take it. Shesterkin is a major reason why. There are some other players that are performing, but he was the first star tonight. Even though certainly that third goal wasn't a great one, and maybe even the second one, but that's just not fair. He absolutely was major in the Rangers winning this game. But this was a very interesting game in many ways, and a big Ranger win, coming off of an embarrassing 6-0 loss to Calgary, and before that, 2 really tough overtime losses to Vancouver and Edmonton. And the Rangers don't play. It's 5 days off after this Florida game when the Rangers will take on Columbus. It'll be Columbus and then home against New Jersey, back-to-back games, Saturday, Sunday. So it's good for them to at least have the good winning feel heading into this sort of mini break, if you want to call it that. The Rangers playing a hot Florida Panther team, one which Barkov, who I guess was out, I'm not sure how long he was out. He played in this game, the Florida captain. Spencer Knight was in net for the Panthers, who has been playing well up until, I guess, this game. And I wouldn't even say the goals he gave up, when I think about it, they were not bad goals. The Rangers, the goals they got were, some of them were pretty goals, but a lot of them, they were just pretty good, high quality chances. And I think the Rangers, in my opinion, period by period, played progressively worse. I mean, the third period was a mess completely. I wouldn't say the first periods were much better, but they were, the bar wasn't set high there, because that third was a joke. But, they played all right. Patrick Nemeth, well, I guess before that, Philip Hedl was out. They're calling it an upper body injury. To me, it's a concussion. I'm pretty sure that when he ran into when Sammy Blake collided with him, I'm pretty sure it's concussion related. They're saying it's day to day. So Julien Gauthier took his spot in the lineup, and they actually moved Barclay Goodrow to center. So the line changes were basically that Sammy Blais moved up to play with Zibanejad and Kreider. They kept the Strome line with Panarin and Kakko, and then the third line became Goodrow centering Lafreniere and Gauthier. That line didn't really do a whole lot of anything. I mean, really, again, 5-on-5, the Rangers in general didn't do a whole lot. The fourth line had some decent shifts at points, but I wouldn't say that they were, in my opinion, I don't think they were overly great. That Rooney centering Hunt and Reeves. What happens is Patrick Nemeth takes a penalty at 4:55, and with Nemeth, I didn't really love his game tonight. Nils Lundqvist also was back in for Tenorti. And I really do think that Lundqvist, in limited action, is effective, but he does get sheltered minutes. Like, he is definitely the sixth defenseman. Either way, Nemeth takes a penalty. Before it ends, I guess with about less than 30 seconds remaining, Carter Verhaeghe high sticks Ryan Lindgren. So the Rangers get a power play and they score. Chris Kreider, who honestly has really been one of the Rangers' best, like in all facets. I think when you watch him, Chris Kreider has been probably arguably their best forward. I would say to this point, through 13 games, he has been, for my money, and this is coming from someone who's been hard on Kreider, probably the best forward, but certainly on the power play, that net front presence comes in handy. He gets his 9th goal of the season, and it's assisted by Zibanejad and Panarin. Key power play goal for the Rangers. And then A dumb penalty by Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney takes a penalty at 1918 on unsportsmanlike conduct where he shoves Frank Vetrano as he was going to the bench. This was a very key goal for my money. It's a short-ended goal scored by Adam Fox. Beautiful goal by Fox on a really nice pass by Goodrow. And Zibanejad gets his second assist of the night as well. But Fox, a nice pass by Goodrow. Fox moves in all alone, makes a little move, and he backhands it. I think it was a kind of a roof job, backhand in. Fox just, when the puck's on his stick, it's magic. You feel good about his chances, where goal scoring for Adam Fox, even in his Norris Trophy year last season, it wasn't until, but it's already 3 goals for Fox so far, in the early going. So it's pretty good. And so that makes it 2-0 with about 5 seconds left in the period. So a really big goal. And then in the second period, Brandon Montour cross-checks Ryan Reeves. The power play doesn't really do anything there. And eventually what happens, there's a goal waved off. It would have been Kakko's first point. And Kakko played pretty well on this one. He was more noticeable. Again, you want to see results on the score sheet, but he did have a very nice, what could have been assist, where it would have been a goal by Panarin, but they ruled that Ryan Strome, the Panthers challenged, and it was a reversal where Strome, it was goalie interference. And I actually agree with that call. I've seen, if they didn't call it on Strome, I've seen less that were called. So I think that I had no problem with it. It's no goal. And soon thereafter, it is they get Ekblad for holding and Lafreniere for embellishment. So Lafreniere, his best accomplishment in this game was basically an embellishment penalty, which caused the 4-on-4, which led to the Rangers scoring 2 goals on that 4-on-4 sequence. The first one being Keandre Miller from Chris Kreider, Kreider's second point of the game. A beautiful goal by Keandre Miller, where he went end to end. He had more space on a 4-on-4. He just kind of blows by the defenseman. I forget which defenseman it was in the Panthers. Blows by them on the right side and moves in, makes a little move, and gets it by Spencer Knight. Just his first goal of the season. Really nice to see. I mean, Keandre Miller, there is raw talent there. And that was on full display. That makes it 3-0. But the Rangers weren't done. 30 seconds later, Ryan Strome scores on a beautiful pass by Artemi Panarin. Trouba gets the other assist. So Strome's second goal of the season makes it 4-0 Rangers. And as it pertains to Panarin, I still don't love Panarin's game. He's always going to rack up the points, and 2 tonight. And so that makes it 4-0 Rangers heading into the third. But the Rangers, as we've seen, have a penchant for blowing leads. Not of the 4-goal variety, but they almost did. And what doesn't help you is when the Panthers score 20 seconds into the period. They make it 4-1, 20 seconds into the period. I'm not really sure why. Now, Goodrow is defensively responsible, but it was interesting that they started that third period. The Goodrow line with Lafreniere and Gauthier. It's not really the most defensively responsible crew. And I'm speaking obviously more towards Gauthier and Lafreniere, but with Gauthier, it's tough. It really is, where he did have one opportunity, but he's very much a one-trick pony. He uses that speed, and sometimes it leads to breakaway chances, but he's a bit one-dimensional. And I really feel like Julien Gauthier, at least with the Rangers, the future is not necessarily bright with him here. And he's a younger type player, but but when you're not going to help on the defensive side of things, it makes it really tough. And there was a bit of goalie interference on that play, but it wasn't worth it for Gallant to challenge him, because if he gets it wrong, then all of a sudden the Panthers get a power play. So that makes it 4-1. The Rangers, it was rough for a while, but Shesterkin again was really magnificent for most of this game and deserves all the credit in the world. With that being said, gets a little bit dicey with about a minute and a half left with the fourth line on. So that it was that Rooney with Hunt and Reeves. Sam Reinhart scores, makes it 4-2. And you're thinking, all right, it's 4-2, a minute and a half left. So Panthers are still alive, but the Rangers are still in pretty good shape. Then Patrick Hornquist scores at 19:20. Now, this is a play where Mika Zibanejad just fans on the puck. Hornquist takes a shot and it goes through Shesterkin. Bad goal by Shesterkin. That was a bad goal, no question. The Reinhart goal, I'm still kind of unsure whether I think it was bad or not bad. The Hornquist one was not good. And Mika, again, he gets 2 points, but I'm not thrilled with his game. And he messed up there. And so the Rangers are clinging on to a 1-goal lead, and the Panthers had chances on the stretch, but Shesterkin makes a good save, and the Rangers hold on. And so the Panthers came very close. Give the Panthers credit for, even though they were down 4-0, they almost battled back and continued their point streak, but it was stopped by the Rangers somehow. The Rangers this season have just they're finding ways to get points when they don't play well. So I guess for me, I see that more as unsustainable and will result in losses. But I guess the other way to look at it is, well, if they play better, then more chance it wins if they're winning when they're not playing well in the first place. So we'll see what happens. But this was a very exciting game for many reasons. It was a fun watch. It got way too nerve-wracking at the end, but yeah, Rangers with the win. Like I said, 7-3-3. Shesterkin, the story again with those 42 saves. Now the Rangers hopefully work on some things. They need to. This could turn ugly quickly, but I'm going to enjoy this win. We will see what the Rangers do when they come back on Saturday, when they go to Columbus. And the Rangers already played Columbus and won at home in what was one of their best games of the season. But Columbus has been playing very well. They're 7-3, so that will not be easy. So a couple divisional matchups, Blue Jackets and Devils. So we'll see what's in store for the Rangers coming off this exciting but problematic 4-3 win to snap the Panthers' undefeated regulation streak this season.